This is a special presentation from News Channel 9, WSYR Syracuse.
In 1 year, technically actually a year today, April 8th, 2024, we will be at the epicenter of probably the biggest astronomical event of our lifetime.
People will be coming here from all over the world for the total solar eclipse.
And Central New York is going to get a front row seat.
From a year to months, and now just moments away from the moon, earth, and sun aligning above our very eyes.
The sun is such an important part of our lives. Even with our current knowledge of science, when it goes away for 3 or 4 minutes, it's still a remarkable event.
It's absolutely amazing.
There is nothing that compares to this. It's the most unnatural, natural phenomenon you ever experience.
A rare marvel with the ability to bring millions to a standstill all at the same time.
How often is it that all of us come together for one thing? We're going to be joining millions of people through the path of totality, just looking at that one thing.
This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
A once-in-a-lifetime event that's out of this world, landing right in our backyard.
We have the potential to draw people from essentially across the globe to Watertown.
And to talk about it with Central New York live as it's happening.
There it is! Total eclipse of the sun!
You very much want to soak this thing in for the once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Look at that! Who is it? Totality! Totality!
The time has come to take in totality together.
Totality!
Very good afternoon to you. I'm Jeff Kulikowski, joined by Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jim Teskey. We're here at SUNY Oswego on top of Shinneman Center here. We have all been waiting a very long time for this day.
Yeah, literally a year. We did an interview to get ready for what's happening in 20 minutes. The total solar eclipse will be passing over parts of central New York. And as you probably know, if you're watching us, the weather is not very favorable right now. We've had breaks in the clouds up until about 20 minutes, and I'm just looking over my shoulder, and I don't see many breaks right now. But even that, with the cloud cover, we're still going to be getting dark in totality. Keep that in mind. There's a look at the satellite picture, and the cloud cover to our west over the Finger Lakes toward Rochester is pretty thick, and I don't see many breaks. So we need a little minor miracle to happen here in the next 20 minutes.
I would say, I mean, a total solar eclipse is almost like a miracle, so maybe we'll get lucky enough. We've still got some time to go here. And I assume you have told us location for so many things, and this is another example. We're going to take a look at Indianapolis right now, where they are about to go through totality.
Yeah, it looks like they're very close to it right now. Their weather, they had just some high clouds this morning, so they're more favorable right now. And this is racing east. The shadow is moving at a rate of 1,500 miles an hour. So even though it's just reaching totality in Indianapolis, just like that, it's going to be here in less than 20 minutes.
Yep. So again, we're hoping that maybe those clouds go racing through as well. Again, location important around central New York, because probably most of us are soaked in by those high clouds, but we have reporters all over the place. We have Isabella Colello is up in Watertown, where they're going to be one of the longest in totality, along with Henderson Harbor, where Carson Metcalf
about 3.5 minutes.
Okay. We've got John D. Pasquale, Andrew Donovan at historic NBT Bank Stadium. I know that Kate Thornton is down at the Most. She's been down there all day, where they have a very good crowd. Obviously, Christy anchoring things for us back in the studio. Kendra Brodus, I know, is up here in Oswego, Bright Bet Park as well. So hopefully maybe one of those locations.
You know, and that's the thing, spreading them out. So hopefully we can, get one spot where we're going to get a break in the clouds and get some sunshine here shortly.
Because we certainly need that. We're going to show you here. There's our team of reporters, Ashley Cafaro with us too out there. Some spots look better than others.
You hear that?
Yeah, everyone's being reminded to put on their glasses. I mean, it is quite the party down here in downtown. I am seeing all walks of life. I've seen dogs. I've seen babies. I've seen as much as like your elderly, amazing students. Everyone is down here. The whole East Lawn at the most is completely jam-packed. And I've seen so many people with their telescopes, with their solar lenses, and it has just been amazing. So I got my glasses on, but it has been absolutely amazing. It's truly a once-in-a-lifetime event. Hopefully you can catch a few breaks up there, Jim. Back to you.
Jim, we keep hearing little
oohs and ahs,
and we think, oh, maybe that's the break. We look up, it's not quite the break that we were hoping for. But
reminding people, it's glasses checked.
Yep, absolutely.
Because the next couple minutes.
I mean, because look at that picture, live picture from the most, Jim. I mean, they're getting enough of a peek at it right now to actually experience it, enjoy it a little bit. Some of the clouds now starting to move across
filter back over it.
But we are probably a minute or so, 2 minutes away at best from totality.
I think. Yeah, we're 319 that I can see, and I think here in Oswego, totality will be just about at that point. That's our station in East Syracuse. That's the view there.
We came all the way up here, and the station's got a good view. Okay, all right. Well, we'll pick up and move there. No, we won't. So we're gonna put ours on anyway because we want to remind you. You can tell by that video that. You know, some people are experiencing it. Obviously now, Jim, I can't see you.
No, I can't.
Hear some oohs and ahs, but nothing. But I can tell you for a fact that it is, I'm going to take mine off because we can't really see and we don't really need them, unfortunately, up here. But it is absolutely noticeably darker up here, like definitely as you're going into kind of evening, late evening, I guess.
And the thing, and I'm looking over, there's a greenhouse. You can't really see it here, but all of a sudden the lights are on.
Yep.
And people are clapping because I think they sense the darkness.
Oh, Jim?
Yep,
tiny bit. We'll take what we can get up here in Oswego. So
I think we're going to try to get. We've got a camera here with a filter on, so we're going to see. I don't know if that's our camera here in Oswego or in. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Wow.
NBT Bank Stadium is the live picture. And Jim, I'm telling you, we're getting just the tiniest break so you could actually see. What would we be looking at up there? The light. What is that? What are we looking at?
That's the light from the sun.
The chrome.
It's not the corona. No. It is just the edge of the disk of the sun.
Okay.
Which will disappear here probably within a minute. And now, I mean, the darkness is really.
Oh, yeah.
Here it goes.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh, looking out over the lake is amazing to look at right now because it is almost like nighttime.
It's very sudden. It's not, and we just saw lights turn on automatically.
Yep.
So we are now, if we're not in totality, we are pretty darn close.
3:21 on my phone clock right now.
Yep.
And it is, Jim, how quickly, I am amazed at how quickly now the light is disappearing.
Yeah.
It is pretty close to full darkness outside right now, and just about 30 seconds ago, 45 seconds, we are now in almost complete darkness right now.
Now
here
over to our southeast and also to our north. Look at to the north.
Oh, wow.
There's still light on the edge of the screen, and that's there it is. The shadow is only about 110 miles wide. And so you're seeing light on either side of the shadow as it's passing over us right now.
Amazing to see. I mean, just how quickly the light disappeared. I mean, it is about as dark out as you would get at 8:30, 9 o'clock now?
Probably, closer to 8:30. Okay. So it's kind of like late twilight. There's a picture of NBT Bank Stadium right now.
Now, what do you think we're seeing there, Jim? Because I see a little bit of light in that shot with the darkness. Is that kind of what we're seeing on either side of us, where we're seeing?
It may have been. Oh, someone's got some fireworks going on in the background there.
Wow.
Okay,
let's take a look at NBT, where it's completely pitch black.
There it is. Then you're in totality there.
Yeah. Now we see the lights in the concourse there. And now what am I seeing kind of up behind there?
That may be, the edge of the shadow. Because again, in Syracuse, they're only in it for a minute 23.
Right.
While up here, we're in it for 3 minutes.
Oh, Jim, I can see.
Oh, yes.
Something
here. Just enough of an outline that we are seeing it, and it gets a round of applause.
And the clouds are enough that we actually don't really need our glasses, but you can still see.
We're in totality.
So what are we looking at there? We see it fully covering, the sun?
And there's probably a little bit of the corona. Yes, there's a little bit of the corona that you can see. And I don't know if they can get that shot set up. Oh, because it was just so close.
Wow.
But we did. And I honestly didn't think that I would see the corona today. So that's a bonus. That's a bonus right there.
And I'm thinking we got a little bit more where we can get across and still see some of this, because we are in totality here, Jim, for about 3 minutes and
23 seconds.
3:23. So we're probably only about a minute in. And again, just enough of a thin layer of clouds that we are seeing totality right here. We are seeing. You can almost see some of the, what do you call that around the edge, Jim, where you have the kind of the light rays coming off of it.
Oh, there we go.
Right?
That's the corona. We're seeing the corona right now. There it is. That's the best shot that we've had here in Oswego. And
amazing.
And while that's going on, I'm also taking in, there it is, the 360-degree sunset. I mean, we can't look over the whole 360, but our 180 view here has light on the edge. So I'm going to take a look and see. We've got, let me see, time here. I'm trying to get a time check.
I'd have to say, Jim, I mean, given all the cloud cover we've had, the fact that we actually were able to see totality at all, I think is a blessing or some kind of miracle, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, you know, when we went on the air at 3 o'clock, I was not very hopeful. But, and here we go. It looks like it's trying to peek through again.
And thankfully, we do have that advantage of, again, being one of the longest in totality, where we can kind of look through some of these clouds. I'm not sure what the live picture is that we're looking at now.
And if you look on the horizon, I think we're going to send it to Watertown right now. Oh, we're looking at
Watertown's picture right there. That's a pretty good shot.
You know what? I think our eclipse is ending, because all of a sudden, here comes the light.
It's like literally somebody has a fader, and they faded down, and they're fading up.
Exactly what that is.
And they're suddenly, I mean, fading up. Look at, I mean, just probably 10 seconds ago, 5 seconds ago, it was almost as dark as night.
And now we're looking at the end of our eclipse.
And we might get another little sliver of the. And look at the most. The most has got a beautiful shot right there of the sun. Well, we went a little bit on our camera filter. And we're going to switch over to NBT Bank Stadium right now, where, again, the light has come up. And, again, they were in totality about the shortest in our area.
One of the shortest, 123.
So,
1 minute 23.
It went from, again, nighttime at the ballpark to
daytime.
You could probably play a late afternoon baseball game in there, maybe get some batting practice in, and yeah, just as quickly as the light went away, the light is coming back on here in SUNY Oswego. It really is just amazing to see how quickly that does happen.
And there we go. That's Watertown,
and you can hear the crowd
there. A break there. So they've got a great view there, looks like right now. A nice break that showed up in the clouds.
And Jim, they were about almost 3:20,
3:38. 3:38.
Okay, so they had even a little bit longer than we had in Oswego.
Technically 3:38.7, and Adams Center was 3:38.8.
Which is the cake for the longest?
For the longest that I believe in Central New York for totality.
Wow. Yeah, we've clouded back over. I can kind of just see, Jim, if you look there, just a very tiny bit there in Oswego. That has got to be from our station back in East Syracuse, which, again, is a pretty good shot. And, again, the difference in location, where they've been out of totality probably a full minute and a half to 2 minutes, maybe.
More than us.
More than us. So that's why they're seeing a little bit more.
It's a good point at this, you know, for most of Central New York, not maybe in Watertown yet, but in the rest of Central New York, everyone, if they're looking at the sun, should have the glasses on.
Yes, right, absolutely.
You know, which at this point should be pretty obvious. If you are dark and now you're light, then you should have it back on.
Yeah, so, I mean, again, it wasn't what we were all hoping for, but I would say that even though we got to see some of it, that, to me, is a win.
Yes, it teased us, but it gave us just enough to whet the appetite to plan for the next one, maybe, for some of us.
Well, let's see. If I have my dates and times and locations correct, next one will be 26, and I think that's in Greenland. So if you want to start making the
next one in the U.S. is 2044.
Yeah, I'm looking at, you know, and the next one in New York, which is south of us, is 79.
55 years from now.
let me see, 55. I'm 18 right now. So
yes.
yeah. So I should
you kind of rounded.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Down,
So again, we had more than we expected even 20 minutes ago, which is a win for us. And, just the fact that the oohs and ahs you could hear from not just our location, but when we switched to the ballpark, when we switched to Watertown, which had a great location, they were expecting thousands and thousands of people there, has been at least a little bit of excitement for
and
the day.
to hear the cheers here, too, because, again, just to see that glimmer, even if it was only for 30 seconds, to see something that most people don't get to see, which is the amazing thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that obviously you are heading up the Storm team, but we have Kate Thornton down at the most. She had a really good shot down there. I think John DePasquale said that he also had a look at things as well. So we want to check in. If we can go to Kate down at the most, I'm very curious because, Kate, you have a very big crowd down there, and we heard some real oohs and ahs when you got that one little break there. What was it like? Can you describe it for you and for the crowd?
Yeah, I was just speechless and in awe. It was so incredible to see how just everything went to darkness. And what was really interesting, if I looked south and east, down, what street is this? Jefferson Street. When I looked down Jefferson Street, I could see the glow because of how close Syracuse was to the edge of totality. I could see the brightness, that horizon glow. But then if I looked closer towards behind me, it was so much darker. And just seeing the street lights came on, the street lights, and everyone just took a moment and just a collective, almost like a sigh. And it was just amazing. Everyone was just looking up, really, really admiring. I have my family here with me, so I was just kind of holding on to my daughter, and I was like, what do you think of this? She's like, this is just so cool. It really was something truly that I've never experienced before. And I know for a lot of people here, this was really a lot of a come together moment at such an amazing place too, at the most here in downtown Syracuse. We're going to toss it over to NBT Bank Stadium to John DePasquale.
Thank you very much, Sarah Kate. Yes, what an experience here at the stadium with Andrew Donovan, a photographer, Michael Brown, and thousands of fans here. We had the clouds that were blocking the view of the eclipse for a little while, and then as we neared totality, there were some breaks that allowed us to see the disk of the sun and see the corona at one point with the sun's atmosphere, which was very surreal. You know, the movie Twilight, you see that, right? That you see things in movies, books maybe, but to see it in person, very moving and something that hard to wrap your mind around it. But it was just awesome. How the darkness settled in so quickly. Temperatures dropped as well, obviously as expected by several degrees as we went into darkness for about a minute and a half here at the stadium. And the crowd was cheering and oohing and on, and just was amazing. I'm now going to toss it up to Carson up in Henderson Harbor to see what Carson thought about the total solar eclipse. Carson?
Hey there, John. Yeah, the word is awesome. Boy, we got a break in the clouds just a little bit here in Henderson Harbor, just in time to see the tail end of the partial eclipse go into totality. Just a fantastic view, something that I know I'll never forget. I think my photographer, Ben Augustine, and I, hard to wipe the smiles off our faces here in the last 10 or 15 minutes or so. Just something that is so incredible. We've seen just the anticipation building here for weeks, months, years even. And it certainly paid off here, I think, despite that not so great forecast going into it. Boy, I think it really was a remarkable view. I'm almost speechless. just the fact that we got that big view that we were hoping for here just at the right time. And of course, boy, how quickly it got dark, how quickly it lightened up again. Here we are in Henderson Harbor, enjoying everything here with the crowd at the Westview Lodge. We'll send it back to Jeff and Jim.
Carson, thanks very much. Jim and I are trading glasses here up at SUNY Oswego because we got, again, just a little break. We're getting another little break right there. So I know we're out of full totality or out of totality. That's redundant.
We're into the partial eclipse, the second phase of that at this point. And, you know, everyone just kind of soaking it in at this point. And we're actually going to take a little bit of a break and kind of regroup and come back and give you continuing coverage of totality, the Great American Eclipse.
And now, your Eclipse Minute.
I'm Storm Team meteorologist Carson Metcalf. It has been almost a century since a total solar eclipse has been visible here in central New York. If you don't get to view the upcoming eclipse in April on the 8th, you'll have to wait a while to see another one. According to NASA, a total solar eclipse takes place at the same position on Earth about once every 375 years on average. The next total solar eclipse in the United States will occur on March 30th, 2033, but you will have to travel to Alaska to see it. If you don't want to travel that far, the next total solar eclipse with a path of totality crossing through New York State, specifically the Catskills and Hudson Valley, takes place on May 1st, 2079, about 55 years from now. A total solar eclipse will cross closer to Syracuse across all of western New York, clipping Rochester and parts of the Finger Lakes on October 26th, 2144. Mark your calendars.
Thanks for joining us here this afternoon for this special report, Totality, the Great American Eclipse. I'm Jeff Kulikowski, joined by Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jim Teskey. We are at SUNY Oswego, and we are now through Totality.
Yes. Everywhere in central New York. Exactly. It's moving on into northern New England at this point, moving away. But we're still in partial eclipse until 4:34 in Syracuse. So what we want to do at this point is kind of go around the horn and check in with everyone that's been covering for us.
Here's a look. I got to step in a little bit so I can get a little bit better look at it. Yeah, that's definitely what I would consider, Jim, for
that's
Syracuse.
A backup.
In L.A., they call that Speedy, but that is near the ballpark.
Yes,
you can see the old Candle Factory behind a Destiny USA area, 81 southbound there. And, I'd say traffic is slow going.
My guess is
sure.
folks are leaving, whether it was the ballpark or somewhere over Onondaga Lake or some places like that. And, in fact, since we were taking that shot near the ballpark, we're going to head over to historic NBT Bank Stadium. And Andrew Donovan and John D. Pasquale, I believe they're going to give us some more reaction from some of the folks there.
Smartly staying late.
Yes.
Jim, we'll talk to John in just a minute, but first I want to bring in Maverick and another Andrew. My name's Andrew too, and this is Madeline. You're the grandmother, correct? Yep. You're from Herkimer County, outside of Utica. Yep. Why did you guys want to come to NBT Bank Stadium?
To see the eclipse, and plus we are Red Sox fans, so we brought the boys up so they could see a little bit of both and enjoy the day.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Red Sox fan is going to go over very well, but we won't tell. What'd you think of the eclipse?
I thought it was amazing. Yeah. I did. I really thought it was amazing. I even videoed it.
Why'd you want to bring your grandkids out? I know it was their grandfather's idea, but he doesn't want to be on television.
Right. So they get to see it, and they like baseball, so it was a perfect thing, and then we had a good place to get to see the eclipse.
Andrew, what did you think of the eclipse?
What'd you think about it?
Did you like it? Did you see the sun go away? Yeah. And Maverick, what did you think?
What'd you think, honey? Tell them.
It was cool.
It was cool, yeah. Did you see the sun go away? Dark like nighttime?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you both for being here. Thanks to your family for being here. John D. Pasquale is on the other side of the Salt City deck talking to another group of people who got to take in the eclipse. John.
Yes, thank you very much, sir, Andrew. Great little family there. And we've got a bunch of spectators here to the total solar eclipse this afternoon. You drove up from where?
Binghamton University, and it was a can't-miss experience.
Yeah, so you were 97% coverage of the sun's disk, and you were like, you know what? That's not good enough. And you made a good decision by coming up here where we had totality, correct? You felt it was worth the drive.
It was so worth it. And got a baseball game, too, with the Syracuse Mets. Can't beat it.
Great things. Entertained and get to see a solar eclipse for free, right? Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, so why did you guys come down here? Is it because of the eclipse or a combination of the baseball game and the eclipse?
A combination of everything. I drove up from Connecticut. I came to visit my boyfriend, saw the eclipse, a little bit of everything. I was really excited to see the eclipse in full totality. I mean, you might as well make the drive.
Did it meet your thoughts of what you thought it would be? Did it meet your expectations?
Yeah, I think I was a little nervous with the clouds at first, but then when it was fully there and it was all dark, it really was really cool. I was really glad I got to see it fully dark here.
Very cool. Once in a lifetime experience, right? And how about yourself? How'd you feel?
Came here to be with the crowd and thought it was worth it. It was great when it broke and worth every minute.
Yeah, we got lucky. I was getting threats here about the sky being cloudy, everyone. So thankfully the clouds did part so we could see it. And your thoughts about it?
It was awesome. My brother works at the ball field, so I thought it would be a cool place to come see it.
A little extra draw there, right?
Yep. And the clouds didn't ruin it.
Yep, I know. We got lucky. Thank you very much, guys, for your time. We're going to now toss it over to Kate Thornton over at the Most, and she's got some more fan reaction down there. Kate, how you doing down there?
Hey, everybody. Well, the party is still going on. We got Cotton Eye Joe now. Every time we come back, we have a new party song. But I have someone who today this just meant so much. I have Irv Lyons here from the Most. And Irv, reaction. What was today like?
Today was a beautiful, unified, great moment. One of the greatest vibes that I've had to be around. The people were it was unified. People were having fun. And it was really a great moment in Syracuse history.
What was going through your mind when everything went dark?
Well, for me, I'm Haudenosaunee. And 1,600 years ago, the peacemaker came and brought the 5 nations together. He told the Senecas that he would cover the sun and to show them that he was an emissary of the Creator. And it happened, and they joined the Confederacy because it was what they need to see, to believe. And so when that moment came, it just reminded me of my ancestors 1,600 years ago being unified and how it worked for us here in Syracuse. Doesn't matter. We need unity in the world, and it was a beautiful thing. People had such a great time, children. It was just a really great moment, one that I'll never forget.
And what was amazing, you guys really put on a great party here, and there was something for everyone, and there really was every type of person here, young, old, in between, and everything.
Well, Dr. Emily Stewart spearheaded the event along with our president, Lauren Cochin, and vice president, Kelly Gardner. So, and everyone, the whole staff, put their heart and soul into it. I was proud to be part of it. So, a lot of planning, and it was, like I said, it was a great moment. You experienced it.
I know.
So it was really, it was just good vibes all the way. Yeah. That's all I can say.
Well, this place is just such a beacon for STEM and science, and to be the host of something that is out of this world, it must be just amazing to be able to be the kind of the home base for that.
It sure is. That we provide STEM education for our children and our community, and everything we do is centered around our children and the community to bring STEM education into everyone's lives and to keep it for their lives so they can have passion for it now until they're older.
Exactly. We only hope that today will inspire the next generation. We're going to send it back to Jim and Jeff up in Oswego.
Is that correct?
Kate, thank you very much. Really great thoughts from everybody around the region. We are still in the eclipse, although totality has left us a while ago. I don't know. I think for me it was, a really interesting, at times a bit emotional, maybe because of just experiencing something that you never get to see, will never see again, even if it was for a sliver. Knowing the amount of work that News Channel 9, you, some other people, our producer Bridget Brogan, Melissa Thorne, all these people behind the scenes that put so much work into this, knowing that it came out as well as it did, was really, really awe-inspiring and emotional for me.
And we want to show you traffic because, since it's kind of anticlimactic now, people are headed home. This is 690, 81, or 81 going through past Destiny, and you can see the backup. Now, granted, it is close to, rush hour, but obviously a lot of people on the road as they go back from wherever they were.
Clearly not the staying late crowd there.
No.
Well, we thank you very much for joining us for this special, The Total Eclipse, the Great American Eclipse, Totality, the Great American Eclipse. News Channel 9, first at 4, starts now.